Hey guys, we're just getting back here from Lake Okeechobee for the first stop of the Major League Fishing Tackle Warehouse Invitationals Tour. Overall, it was a good tournament, man. I didn't catch them day one. You know, I zigged when I should have zagged. I had around 7 pounds and just started in the wrong spot. I went looking for, a limit right off the bat, and I guess I should have just went for, where my bigger bites were. But on day two, we went out there, we were pissed off. We caught the snot out of them. Just over 19 pounds for day two. It jumped us up, almost 85 spots, I think, which is pretty awesome. I gotta credit my fish catching comeback bag, I guess, whatever you want to call it, for day two. Right off the bat, thanks to Blazer Boats for putting me in this beautiful 625 Pro Elite. It allowed me to fish right to the very end, honestly past the time I probably should have left. I caught my last fish with seconds to go before I had to leave, and called it out, and we held this sucker wide open 80 miles an hour all the way back to takeoff with less than a minute to spare. So thank you, Blazer. First setup that I use on Lake Okeechobee is the Favorite Fishing Phantom cranking rod. This is a 7-footer. Got the full cork handle, as you can see, and I have it on a 6.6 Soleus XCS reel with 15-pound test fluoro. Basically, I was just throwing this gold trap around out in the open water, trying to get some bites, trying to fill my limit. I caught a lot of fish on that. They just weren't the right size, but that sucker right there, it was roping them in. Second setup, Favorite Fishing Rush 7.3 heavy fishing rod. I have it paired with the 7.3 Soleus XCS reel with 20-pound fluoro, Omega Custom Tackle tungsten. Lighter weight, the better for me out there, and Hayabusa 6/0 worm hook. Basically just throw out a black and blue Senko and would drag it back to the boat. I would sometimes land it on that hard weed edge and just pull it off, and those big fish would come out and absolutely destroy it. This rod right here, it has some serious backbone. It got them in the boat, man. It was pretty awesome. Love this setup. My go-to for Florida for sure. And the last setup was basically an experiment for me. I pulled out what I call the jerkbait rod. It's the Favorite Pro Series 6.8 medium. I use this as a jerkbait rod all the time, everywhere we go. And I cut the jerkbait straight off. I put on one of these Lawless lure baits that I'm always talking about, man. And these things aren't made really, they're not designed yet for the grass. So until that happens, I was just experimenting, and it caught them. When it was tough out there and they didn't want to bite, and it was, getting real slow, I'd pull this out and I'd work it back to the boat like a dying bait fish or crawfish or whatever you want to call it. And it worked. I only caught a couple on it, but when they ate it, you better hang on, because it would rip the rod basically right out of your hand. Like I said, I was throwing it on Pro Series 6.8 medium rod. The reel is a Soleus 731 on 15-pound fluoro. And I think the only thing I would change about this setup for my day two would be heavier line, maybe 17 or 20-pound fluoro, so that way it wouldn't sink as fast. But I'm very impressed with this setup right here. If you haven't heard of Lawless Lures, check them out right now. Order you up some. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thank you guys for following along. Make sure you stick with me this year. We're gonna have a hell of a year, and we'll see you soon.